I'm excited because today I'm going to show you a projector system with a Dolby Atmos surround sound different than you've ever seen before. This is the Soundcore Nebula X1 Pro. This is the world's first rollable home theater station with wireless 7.1.4 Dolby Atmos surround sound. And this is a bright projector using the Laser Forge 2.0 tri-laser system. It also has a native contrast ratio of 5001, AI spatial adaptation, and is liquid cooled. One of the features about this projector is that it will support up to a massive 300-inch screen, but I'm going to be using this 120-inch daylight screen. Another option that Soundcore has is this massive 200-inch screen. Now this is simulated, but I want you to know that this option is available and it's inflatable, so you can pull it down or put it up anytime you want. And it's going to be ideal for your backyards, your patio, or you can take it camping if you have a power supply for the projector. I will show you everything that it comes with in the box, but for now, let's take a look at the performance. The first thing we're going to take a look at is sports on this projector, and I can tell you that it is absolutely bright with up to 3500s of ANSI lumens, and it has smooth motion, great colors, and it looks fantastic with all the lights on. With football season in full swing, this is ideal projector so you can bring your friends over, your family over, put up a big screen, and enjoy your favorite teams. But now we're going to take a look at how this projector performs on movies. And I'm here to tell you that if you was here live, not watching this recording, this projector is absolutely bright and absolutely amazing. The colors on it are so rich because this projector supports up to 110% of the Rec 2020 color space. And this is going to give you that 10-bit color, so you're going to get all the details that you need. Another great feature about this projector is that it does support Dolby Vision, HDR10, and HLG. But let's take a look at the picture profile so you can see the different tones of the image. Looking at the picture profiles in SDR modes, one of the best ones I think is called the Nebula Master, and it has all types of different controls, including 3D mode, and you have all types of different settings and advanced settings. And one thing about this projector is that it has all these different profiles. So if you want to get the best picture, you have plenty to choose from. We'll take a look at a few of them. So here's standard, here's vivid, here's movie mode. It gives it that nice warm look. You also have ISF daytime, which is a calibrated mode, so you don't even really have to calibrate this projector. And you have a night mode that makes it look a little bit more natural. And just so you know, if you go in advanced settings under any of the picture profiles, you can change the temperature, and there's even a calibration mode in here if you want to go in here and do 11-point balance correction. Now we switched it over to HDR, has all the same settings here at the bottom. And if we go in here, we have standard HDR10 mode, takes away from the brightness, makes it look a little bit flatter. We have vivid mode. Here we have movie mode. And then just like the other profile, we have ISF daytime and ISF nighttime. And as far as Dolby Vision, it has Dolby Vision Bright, Dolby Vision Dark, and Dolby Vision Vivid. When it comes to the picture quality, I think you'll be very amazed how well this projector performs. Now let's talk about the audio quality because there's a lot to be said here. The Dolby Atmos setup in the system is a 7.1.4, which includes 160 watts for the subwoofer, 80 watts for the front speakers, and 40 watts for the rear speakers. And it has 4 microphones on top of it, so it can listen to the position of all the speakers so you can get everything set up and running. For its audio, we have movie, music, outdoors, and smart EQ. And there's a few other settings in here such as FlexWay. And this allows you to put the speakers in different environments and you can calibrate them to get the best sound quality. Now as far as the speakers, you do have a built-in loudness, a built-in EQ, so you can adjust the speakers any way you want, including a bass boost that we have right here. It includes a Bluetooth mode that allows you to pair your phone directly to the projector. And while it's connected, you can then use any applications on your phone to play your favorite music.
This is a Tech Steve voice audio test to see how good this sounds.
I showed you all the advanced features that it has as far as audio. Now let's talk about gaming. You have your standard mode that keeps the MEMC on, so it's going to be a little bit smoother. But if you want to get the best response time, you can go into extreme mode, but keep in mind, you will have to realign the screen. As you can see here, it made it a little bit bigger, so we'll just leave it in standard for now. As far as resolution, it will support 4K, 1080p, and 720p, so there's no option for 1440. And the gains will run at 60 frames per second. There's no option for 120 Hertz, but keep in mind, if you use Dolby Vision, it may increase the latency. Also, it doesn't support auto low latency or variable refresh rates, so that's the settings on the Xbox. And having a screen this large playing games, I will say that you will get a movie-like experience while you're playing. So if you're a gamer and you're looking for have a better experience with a larger screen, this is going to be something that you're definitely going to enjoy.
I'm so getting fired.
Even though this projector doesn't support auto low latency or variable refresh rate, I found it to be very smooth when gaming. Now let's do some testing on it so you can see how well it performs. Now one thing I noticed, because of the brightness of this projector, you will see just some slight blooming when it comes to very bright white images. But the upscaling works fantastic. If you're trying to get 4K content, you can use 1080p and it will upscale to give you a very good, very crisp, and very detailed picture without jaggedy edges. I also find this projector to be very clean when it comes to dirty screen effect. I didn't notice any areas that are inconsistent, so you're going to get a very uniform image when it comes to performance of this projector. For its motion at 24 frames per second, you're going to get an image that you can adjust. I want to show you the different levels of the MEMC so you can see how it changes the way the picture performs. But overall, if you put it on high with 24 frames per second content, I think it's going to look pretty smooth overall, but keep in mind, it all depends. And earlier, I showed you a chart where it's going to get the best performance based off of the hertz of the projector. And when I switched over to 60 frames per second, this projector is a lot more smoother and it's going to give you a good image. And that'd be ideal for watching sports or content with a lot of fast action moving on the screen. To show you how bright the Nebula X1 Pro is, I want to show you some of the different parts of the menu system with the lights on, so you can see how well it performs. And keep in mind, this projector is ran off of Google TV. That's going to give you features such as Google TV Free Play, so you can stream movies, TV shows without having to have an antenna connected to it. You also have the Google App Store, so you can download just about anything you like. And the cool thing is that they have a couple of features in here. One is called Nebula Life. Now I'll show you a couple of demos of this, and this is the atmosphere wall that gives you content that's moving. It's like a movie that you can have on in the background when you're having get-togethers. There's wall clock, and this feature allows you to create these huge wall clocks, and this would be great if you're waiting for a TV show, football game, or something like that to come on. And there's snapshot background. Now keep in mind, the projector would be in the way if you was to stand in front of it, but gives you an idea of some of the features that's built into this projector. Another great feature is called Nebula Play. Inside of here, you can click on different things and it'll take you directly to these different ways how to get the most out of this projector. And being that this runs off Google TV, there's thousands and thousands of applications, so you can find one that's going to work great for yourself and your family. Now, we won't go too far into settings, but I just want to give you a rundown. You have projector settings, and great thing about this, it has all kind of different formats so you can make sure that it fits your screen. And this includes autofocus, keystone correction. It also has an automatic screen fit, and it has a motorized lens system that can move the projector up and down so you can make sure that you fit your screen properly. There's also an eye guard, and you can calibrate the wall color with this projector as well. And for storage, it has 24 gigabytes built in. It does have the Google Ambient mode as well, and you can cache your Android smart devices over to it as well. That's a quick rundown of the Google operating system.
Text Steve, drop the box, watch the Nebula X1 glow. Dolby Atmos 7.1, got the speakers blowing low. Beam the sharkest scenes, tech dreams on the go. Front row cinema vibes right here.
Let's take a look at the Nebula X1 Pro because it has a lot of different features on it and speakers built right into it. On the front of it, there's a handle, and then if you slide this down, there's the projector. Now the cool thing about this projector is that it is motorized. If we go down here to the bottom, this is where we have the retractable power cord. On the top of it, you have all these indicators that shows the power of the speakers. And then we have some controls over here, including navigation to get through the different menus. But check this out. When I press this button, these speakers come out to the side and it looks like wings. But the great thing about these speakers is that you can set them out throughout your home or your patio so you can get the best experience. Now taking a closer look at one of these speakers, on the bottom of it has these little rubberized feet that retracts when you don't need them, and it has a screw hole so you can mount them. There's an indicator, there's a couple drivers in here, and it has another driver on top. And if we look at the back of it, it does have a USB charger port in case you need to get power on the go, and it does have a link button right there to connect it to the main speaker system. And if you have any type of speaker stand, you can set them up like this. And then you're ready for the rear speakers. Now built into the back of it, you have these rear speakers, and it does have a lock, so whenever you're moving around, and all you need to do is just press them in and they slide out like that. Now take a closer look at the rear speaker. There's a driver there and one on top, and that's going to give you that Dolby Atmos sound. On the bottom of it, you can press these little buttons here, and you do have retractable feet, plus there's some contacts and a screw holes for the mounts. Now on the back of it, we do have that USB charging input as well as the link button. Now there's this little cover on the back of it, and inside of here we have one HDMI, we have two USB-Cs, and this can be used for charging the microphones that comes with it that I'll show you in just a minute. And it does have a USB input right there. And the cooling system on it is amazing because I checked it earlier and I was running this for hours and I was only getting around 93 degrees. So it's all hidden right here behind this fan system, which is very quiet, by the way. As far as bass response, it has a massive subwoofer in it that has this port on it. And if you listen to those demos I played earlier, you can see that it will shake your house. There's one more secret compartment, but I also want to show you this. There's a handle on it, so if you're taking it around to different parts of your house or taking over a friend's house, see how convenient it is with the wheels and everything. You'll be able to move it around any way you like. And I will tell you, it is a little bit heavy. Came in around 70 pounds when I got the box. Now, there's one last thing I want to show you. If you press this button right here, there's a secret compartment. And inside of here, we have the remote control, so easy to get to everything. And we have two microphones. So yes, it does have karaoke built into it with everything else I showed you. Now, another thing inside of this compartment is that there's a little baggie here and cool little light. And this is where you get the USB-Cs to charge up the microphones. So that's everything that comes with this projector. And here's the remote control that comes with it. Now we do have the power, focus, as well as voice commands, navigation. We do have some options for Google, including your volume up and down, and some hotkeys at the bottom. And the remote control does have backlights. And just so you know, it also comes with this nice cover over it. It has the Soundcore logo here and down here. Plus it has Velcro on it, so you can easily get to the handle. But whenever you're ready to use it, you just take it off and start watching. After using this projector for the last few days to get everything up and running for you guys, I would say absolutely it is a one-of-a-kind type of product and it performs very well. The bass response is just incredible how much low frequency you get out of it. The surround sound speakers, once you set them up and get everything configured, has Dolby Atmos sound, and again, you have those front firing speakers and top firing speakers on it. And the fact that this is all self-contained and you can roll it anywhere you want, I find it a win-win. So if you guys are interested in learning more about this projector, I'll leave all the links in the description below. I'm Tech Steve. Thanks all for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.